Hello, dear students. Welcome to the class of Health and Physical Education, Unit 7, Test Measurement Evaluation in Sports. And this is the last topic of this unit, that is measurement of health related fitness. We have already learnt in unit number 3 the components of health related physical fitness. In that, we have learned related to the cardiovascular endurance, muscular strength, flexibility, and body composition. Now today we are going to learn related to that how we are going to measure this health related fitness. So let us have a glance on the anthropometric test or measurement. So there is a procedure of the anthropometric measurement. What does anthropometric means? It is a meaning that means that measurement means measurement of the height, weight, arms and leg length of the arm and length of the legs, then our waist circumference and the skin fold. These are being measured in the anthropometric measurement. Now, what do you mean by height? Height is being measured. How you are going to measure the height? When the subject is being stood on the stadiometer, and then afterward it is being measured in the centimeters, nearest half of the centimeter. Then in the weight, the weighing machine must be reliable. It must be giving the correct data. So correct weighing machine should be used in and measured, must be recorded in the nearest kg. That means it is been 0.1 kg, that is should be measured in kg. Then arm length is been measured. It should be measured with the help of the measuring tape. And it is how it is been measured from the body tip of the shoulder to the tip of the little finger. It has been measured. Upper arm length is been measured while keeping our arm 90 degree at the elbow and with the palm facing upward, and it has been measured. Then leg length is been measured. Leg length is been measured with the help of the measuring tape. It can be measured by using the flexible steel tape from the outside edge of the center of the foot to the upper edge of the greater trochanter. So a trochanter, the upper part of the where you may have having a ball and socket joint on the side, it is been measured. That means that when you sit on the chair, where you are having a crease, where you can have the you can say there is an extension. When you sit in a position, it has been extended and you are having a 90 degree at your knee part, as well as your body is also having your thigh muscle, as well as the upper part of the body is also having a 90 degree of angle. So that has been considered trochanter part, that is upper part of this leg. Then upper leg length is being measured by when you are upper leg length is being measured when you sit on a chair. That means that when you are going to sit on the chair, your your feet are being placed on the ground, and where from the knee it is being bended, so that it used to give us how much 90 degree of an angle. And then afterwards from the inguinal creases of the proximal border of the patella to the nearest 0.1. Patella means on the knee which we are having, that has been considered patella. There is a bone, so it has been measured from there till the again to the trochanter. Clear? So it has been measured with the help of the in the centimeters. Now we are going to learn related to the measurement of the health related fitness. So the body composition is a physiological characteristics that affects an individual's ability to carry out the daily tasks with vigor. So when we are talking about the body composition, they are talking about the fat accumulation, that how much fat a male must be having and how much percent of the fat a female must consist of. And you know that whatever the percentage of the fat the person is having, if they are having more accumulation of fat or there is a more adiposity, then the chances of the person that he may be having a health risk, he or she is going to invite many of the diseases. So they are talking about the body composition is a physiological characteristics that affects the individual ability to carry out our daily tasks. Although the body composition is not a demonstrative action like other health related fitness component, the committee has operationally defined it as a component of fitness, health maker and a modifier of the fitness for the purpose of this report. So here they have the body composition is not demonstrative action like other health related fitness component, as we are having other health related fitness component like muscular endurance, muscular strength, cardiovascular endurance, flexibility, body composition. It is not like that. Demonstration is not demonstrative action like this health related components, but it is been made, it is been designed by the health maker and the modifier of the fitness for the purpose of this report. Both the body weight, mass and the body fat, absolute fatness and relative fat distribution. They are telling, when we are talking about the body composition, the fat must be distributed appropriately in the on the body, so that we can have a good balance. So absolutely fatness and relative fat distribution, they are talking about the both body weight, that is mass, as in the body fat, that is the fat accumulation or the adiposity, are the elements of the body composition that have implication for the health and fitness. It is important to measure the weight and the height in the National Youth Fitness Survey to derive the body mass index. So now see, they are talking about that these such types of tests and measurement must be done on the child, so that to find out the BMI, body mass index, and the indicator of the weight for the height, waist circumference. And we also learnt related to the BMI, and we also learnt related to the waist hip ratio. So waist circumference and the indicator of the abdominal adiposity, that how much adiposity is there, how much fat accumulation is there in the abdominal region, and the skin fold, an indicator of the subcutaneous adipose tissues. That means that how much adipose tissues, that means that more and more adipose tissues, more and more fat accumulation will be there. Metabolic activity will be, or the metabolic rate will be less. So you may find out that the person or a child, he may be suffering from more increase in the fat in the body, as well as in the abdominal region, as well as in the on the waist part, waist and the hip part also. So here that indicates the risk of the health, related to the health. These three recommended field indicator of the body composition for the National Youth Fitness Survey uniquely measure the different elements, and each can be linked with the health maker and outcome in both youth and adult. So here they are talking about that it is been measured in the different element, and each of the link can be linked with the health maker and the outcome in the both in adult as well as in the youth. For example, only standing height and weight should be measured in the school and other educational setting to be calculated. BMI given such concern as measurement of error and privacy. So if, for example, if you are just, what happens that in a school that it is been height and weight only is been measured of the child, then BMI given such concern as a measurement of error and privacy. So here you can't get a good judgment, you can't make out clear on the basis of only height and weight, because other things are also been very much important. So waist circumference is linked to the risk factor for the cardiovascular diseases, type 2 diabetes, and all causes mortality. So waist circumference, we already learned related to the waist hip ratio. If the waist circumference is linked to the risk factor, the person may suffer from the cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and many of the other diseases also, that also causes to the death or mortality. A high BMI is related to the risk of type 2 diabetes and hypertension. The person or a child or a youth to on whom the BMI is being checked, and if they are having a high risk of if they are having BMI more, then the person is being related to the risk of type 2 diabetes, and the person may suffer from hypertension also. Then fourth is been given that two approaches to interpreting the result of the above three measures are recommended to determine whether an individual or the population are at the risk of the poor health outcome. So for BMI, the cutout point is based on the 2000 Center for Disease Control and Prevention. So see, you can see that these are the guidelines which are being provided by the government, and on the basis of this measurement is being done. And if they used to find out that the BMI is less or BMI is more of an individual or a child, then they are being considered as having a risk. So they need to be improved when they are having when it is being checked. BMI is also being checked. Then afterwards we also measured the waist hip ratio. Then on the basis of that, you need to take the anthropometric test, which is also very much essential, so that we can get a correct idea that how we can improve a child or how an individual can improve himself or herself. So for the BMI, they have given the cutout. Cutout is been given according to the Center of the Disease Control and Prevention. Growth chart and the percentile should be applied for the underweight, overweight and obesity evaluation. So you can see that growth chart and the percentile should be applied for underweight, those who are having the children or the youth, those who are underweight, those who are overweight and those who are obese. Okay, that must be applied. So you have seen that in your class 9th and 10th you were having a book related to the health and physical education. In that book you are having the test as well as you are having the worksheets also, where you need to fill up all the things, where you are having the height and measurement of height, weight, then related to this upper test, 600-meter run, flexibility test is also been taken, then broad jump, everything is been taken. Then afterwards eye test, vision test is being done, then blood test. These all things are being included so that it gives us a clear idea related to the person, that how he or she can be improved. So there is a cutout points are also been given in your textbook. They have given that how much percentile, it is been given in the terms of percentile. For example, if in a 50-meter run, if you are having a 5 point or if you are having 7 point something seconds, then you can find out your that what age category you are having, how many years you are, for example 15 years, 16 years or 17 years, and you need to check that where does this 7.2 or 7.8 or 9 or 10 that second lies, and you can find out in the percentile it is been given. So these charts are being prepared, and it has been these are the guidelines which are being provided by the Center for the Disease Control and the Prevention, so that on the basis of this we can improve. So interim cut points for the waist circumference and the skin fold measure should be set at a level of analogs to those currently being applied by the CDC, that is Center for the Disease Control and Prevention, for the BMI. This approach should be used until the evidence become available to the support establishing the waist circumference and the skin fold cutout point by associating those measures with cardiometabolic risk factor. So these are the cutout point which are been is also been measured. It has been given here by the associating those measures with the cardiometabolic risk factor. So the main purpose is what, that whatever the measurement is being taken, it is to be checked well, and then afterwards it is the person must have a workout on that, so that he may reduces the risk of the disease which are been related to the heart or related to the hypertension, type 2 diabetes and that all. So elevated skin fold thickness and the proportionally more subcutaneous fat on the trunk are associated with an elevated risk for the cardiovascular diseases and metabolic syndromes. So when you may find out that elevated skin fold thickness, you have seen that many of the persons on their arms, when it is being checked, you may see that there is a lots of mass on their arm. So here the thickness of the, when the skin is being stretched and it is been measured, the thickness of the skin is more. That means that there is more accumulation of the fat under the skin, and proportionately more subcutaneous fat on the trunk are also been associated to the elevated risk. For example, in the upper extremity, that is upper part, that is from the chest, our abdomen part and that all, if there is more fat accumulation or more adiposity is in that area, then the person is having a risk of cardiovascular diseases as well as metabolic syndrome also. There will be metabolic syndrome, means there will be a slow rate of metabolic activities, so the person's fat accumulation will be more and more. What are the main outcomes measure? So main outcome is the participant conduct the 5 clinical field tests. Main outcome is what? That 6-minute walk test, stair test, 30 seconds sit to stand test, hand grip test, fingertip to floor test. So these are the tests, these are the main outcomes, and what it results in, the result of these field tests showed the performance remained unchanged until the approximately 50 years of the age. It remains unchanged. The result in the field of this test shows that the performance remained unchanged until the approximately 50 years of this age. After that the performance deteriorates. Till 50 years maximum performance the person can give. So this performance was remained unchanged until the approximately how much, 50 years of the age, and then afterward the performance used to reduce with increasing age. As the person age increases, the performance reduces. Either it may be related to any of the test. Either it may be 6-minute walk test, stair test, 30-second sit to stand test, hand grip test, fingertip to floor test. So these are the tests where the performance used to reduce as the age used to grow after the 50 years. Till 50 years that will remain, then afterward it used to deteriorate. Then grip strength, that will remain 79%. Then it has been given like meter walked in 6 minutes. How many meters you have walked in 6 minutes, that will remain 60%. And the second used on the stair test is 59%. Could be well predicted by the age, sex, height and weight in the participant 50 years of age, whereas the performance of all the tests was less well predicted in the participant of 50 years of the age. So you may find out that it has been with the help of the height, that is anthropometric test, with the help of the height, age, weight and of the participant of the 50 years, these all things like grip test, stair test, then 6-minute walk test, that used to give the result how much percent. It has been already been given 79%. We can get such types of results, 60-70% result we can get it, but other tests we can't get the actual performance, whereas the performance of all the tests was less well predicted in the participant of less than 50 years. So rest of other tests we can't get a proper judgment, but yes, grip test, stair test and 6-minute walk test we can get the result. How many percent, how much reliability will be there? 79% we can get the perfect result, 60% we can get the result for this 6-minute walk, 59% we can get for the stair test result, but for others it is not been possible. That much it is, we can't predict well for that. Then what is the conclusion is given here? The reference value and the reference equation provided in the study may increases the applicability and the interpretability of the 6-minute walk, stair test and sit to stand test, hand grip test and finger to floor test in the clinical practices. So these are the conclusion. At the last they are concluding that main thing is what, that we can measure, we can find out, we can get a result, that how the performance, what will be the performance of an individual who are having an age of 50 years or below age of 50 years. But we can get an idea, accurate idea from this type of test like grip test, 6-meter walk test as well as the stair test, but rest of other tests it is not, we do not get a reliable idea or the performance. So this is what related to the health related fitness. I hope so this topic is little bit, you may because until and unless we used to do it practically, it is difficult to just understand this theory part. But we are going to just when we are going to get a chance, we are going to perform it practically also. I am going to show. Clear from my side today this much. You can prepare the notes on the basis of this. Thank you.